Oh, it's okay to not like things. It's okay, but don't be a dick about it. It's okay to not like things, but don't be a dick about the things you don't like. Hey, you kids, get off my lawn. That's right. It's me. It's the cranky old man. It's right after Christmas, and I'm back. And I'm back with a rant. Why am I back with a rant? Well, I'll tell you. Again, we're right after Christmas. People are supposed to be nice to each other around Christmas, right? I mean, actually, people are supposed to be nice to each other all year long. But there's some people, and I call them gatekeepers. Well, people call them gatekeepers. I call them audiophile shit pickles who have to ruin people's lives by getting online and posting negative comments about things that they got for Christmas. Now, this didn't happen to me personally, at least not this year. But these posts inspired my artwork. This is my artwork. This is what I think of the 2026 condition of vinyl. This is the vinyl industry, the hobby in 2026. It's fully functional. It works, but it's heading down the toilet. And why is it heading down the toilet? Well, I'll tell you why it's heading down the toilet. It's heading down the toilet because we've got people that aren't letting new people enjoy the hobby. I saw two posts. This one was a mom, and it was a short post. It was one of those shorts, where the mom got her kid a Crosley record player, one of those Crosley suitcase players, the ones everybody hates because some idiot stood up one day and said they'll destroy your records, which they won't, but that didn't matter to these people. Anyway, the mom and the daughter were sitting there. It was a video of the mom and the daughter just kneeling on the floor, listening to a copy of Rush Moving Pictures, right? The comments were flooded. And I'm going to say 99% of them weren't positive at all. I mean, they weren't even nice. Not good job, not, well, maybe when you're ready someday, go ahead and, upgrade. No. It was replace immediately. It'll destroy your records. This went on, and I finally just blurted in with some fact. These Crosley players will not destroy your records, okay? There's engineered facts that support it. There's videos where they did tests. I've got news for you people. The minute you touch an album, you're destroying your records. The minute you put a needle to it, you got a sharp object going into a piece of vinyl. You stupid idiot. Of course you're going to ruin your record. You ruin it a little bit every time you play it. Now, is it going to wear your record out faster? Yeah. But guess what? Are you going to play that record 2,000 times in a row? No. And are you even going to notice it with your human ears? Probably not. But anyway, that's what happened. And I saw that twice. And both times, both posts, one post was the Crosley Cruiser, by the way. Another one was, I think it was like, I forgot what the brand name was, but, it had the Audio Technica Moving Magnetic, and they weren't even happy about that. They were saying the record player's junk because it's got its own speakers and it's not and they were showing these like $200 and $300 record players. Did you ever consider people just can't afford that these days? Stupid shit pickle. All right. Anyway, this is what happened to me. This is a personal experience. I'm going to tell you a story. I started getting back into it in 2016, right? My buddy Phil, me and him were talking one day, and I told him, I said, I've got all this media. At the time I didn't have any. I didn't have any records then, but I had like a lot of CDs and I had a lot of cassettes, my old radio shows and stuff. And I was like, God, I'd really like to listen to those again, but I really don't have anything to listen to them on. And I'd like to get into records again because it's a format I grew up with. Well, you know what? Phil, being the great guy that he was, he went out for Christmas. This was a Christmas present. He bought me this. And I still have it to this day. And I still use it to this day. Is it my main player? Well, not anymore. But you can see it's got it's got that needle that they bitch about. And it's the same setup, the exact same design as a suitcase player. The exact same thing. And I got this and I was happy with it. It sounded good. I mean, hell, when I was a kid, and when I mean a kid, I mean like, young teen. I listened to records on a lot worse than this. So, I was to get it. And I posted how much I love this, how grateful I was to Phil and how much I love this. And the comments I got were just incredible. I'm going to ruin my record. I'm going to listen to it 2 times and it's going to tear it up and I'm never going to want to go back to the vinyl. Well, guess what? Your comments on some of the other posts made people walk away from this. This is what you guys are doing. You're running your mouth and you're causing people who don't know that the research is out there. They just listen to your stupid ass and they don't collect anymore. They don't get into the hobby. They walk away. Because this hobby's getting expensive. I'm not lying anymore. It's getting expensive. I'm starting to collect more CDs because, well, 1, they're cheaper and I can get more. And 2, the record figured out that they can make all these variants of popular albums, half-speed remasters and picture discs and lentigraphs or whatever they're called now, with the little pictures that run around when the record spins, and 45 remasters, 45 RPMs of LPs, and all sorts of weird things. There's even the new format they brought back that I didn't even know existed, which was like liquid vinyl, where there was like stuff in between. And they've realized, hey, we can put this stuff out and these people will buy it at big prices. This is the same thing they did with the comic book industry, folks. I'm not kidding. They put out so many variants of so many popular things that the value just dropped. I mean, it tanked. And this is the same direction we're going to go. Because we've got people that collect the way they, in certain ways. First, you got your guy. You got your guy who he has a certain way of collecting. He's all about chasing the sound. All right. He's going to have the original pressing. He's going to have the $3,000 turntable or the $1,000 turntable and the fantastic amplifiers. And he's going to keep having this shit. Why? Because he's after that perfect sound and nothing's going to be right. And anytime he sees you with your nonsense, and I call it nonsense because I have the nonsense, he's going to criticize it. Now me, I'm using my main room, very simple. I have a Heyday turntable, which is right now on top of the toilet, fully functional and operational, and I'm still using it. I've got 2 edifier speakers. Let me see if I can get them in the show you. There's one. They're powered edifier speakers. They're the 1700 series. And that's it. They work fine. They serve my purpose. It's not a huge house. I'm not trying to light up the neighborhood. I can listen to my music. I can walk around the house. I can enjoy it. That's what I'm into. And then there's people that, like me, we just want to listen to good music. And this is the format we chose. So we're just trying to live. I mean, damn it, folks. We're not killing seals. We're just listening to records. Stop being jerks. Stop screaming about tracking force, which, do your homework. It's not the most important thing in the world. Again, yeah, heavier tracking force will wear out your records faster. Extreme tracking force will ruin your records. I'll give you that. But 6 grams, that's not extreme. That's normal. All right? 2 grams, 3 grams, that's very good. That's above average, and you guys can attain that, and that's great. That's great. There's some guys, they scream about 3 grams. And I'm sorry. I mean, you guys are buying used records. Used records. You don't know where they've been. You don't know who played them on what. How do you know somebody didn't play those records on a unit very similar to that Crosley that you trashed? You get that record, somebody had cleaned it, and you say, oh, it's great, it's in pristine condition. You play it, your audiophile ass can't tell the difference. You maybe play it once or twice with your fine champagne or whatever you're sipping on while you're listening to it on your $10,000 system, and then you put everything away. And you go chase the next big thing while you make fun of everybody else. Stop it. Just stop making fun of everybody else. Because I'm telling you right now, you're going to drive the new people that want to get into the hobby away from the hobby, and you're going to have nothing. All right? Vinyl is going to go back to what it was when in the beginning. A little niche group with, little hipster doofus dirt bags trying to, in there collecting, and nobody's going to make anything new because they're going to realize nobody new was buying it, and it's not worth it, and the collectors are only going to buy so much before they get fatigued and the hobby just burns out. So I want you to think about that the next time you post your little negative comment and decide you don't want to be nice to somebody, especially a young kid, especially a young kid and their mom. That was disgusting. Be nice to people, all right? Stop with the hate. If you got something constructive to say it constructively. Don't be, again, it's okay to not like things, but don't be a dick about it. Anyway, I'm done. Get the hell off my lawn and have a good day. Maybe.